So welcome to the magic world of Vedic mathematics. Now, why do I call it as magic world? You will realize within few minutes of this session that whatever we will be learning, that would be a kind of magic for all of us. It would be so prompt, it would be so easy that we'll feel, why didn't we knew this earlier? We all have done mathematics since class 1, but the points I'll be discussing today, the features of the Vedic mathematics I'll be discussing today, they are so easy. You'll be learning within 5 minutes, and then you will feel, you'll make it, that will make you realize that yes, this is magical mathematics, right? So very warm welcome to everyone. And the first thing you should do is, now you have taken the first step. I'm very glad that you have taken this step. All those who belong to India, this step would be a life-changing step. Why? Because this particular subject, Vedic mathematics, is a part of our national education policy, which means we have to learn it compulsory from class 3rd to class 9. And for all those who are from Nepal, I was just discussing with someone that Nepal is having more or less the same education policies. And the subject itself has so many advantages that you cannot resist it from it. 2 days back only, I was in Nepal and I saw there also, it was a warm welcome for this subject. And everybody appreciated the message, the methodology. Please keep yourself mute if you are in some market or somewhere. Okay, so the first step, since you have taken the first step towards the learning, anything you do in your life, anything you do good in your life, always thank God for that. And if you're not able to do that, congratulate yourself, pat yourself that you are able to take that initiative, that first step. Generally, it happens we plan for something and we are not able to do that. Just now, New Year passed. So many of us might have made certain resolutions. I'll start yoga, meditation, anything from tomorrow. What happened on the first day? We just postponed that idea. We thought, okay, let's go for second. Let me start from second. Yes or no? Is it what happens with you all?
Yes.
How many of you think that this happens with everyone? Or yes?
Yes. It happens every year.
Yes.
And we don't complete that. Yeah.
So it's not, see, it's not for the resolution. I'll tell you one fact. You know, whenever we think something positive, whenever we try to make a positive thought, there is always a doubt associated to it. And basically, it is not a doubt, it is a verification, it is a check from the nature, from the Almighty God, that yes, are you ready for it? And we take it in a negative manner, that we think, okay, let's delay it or let's postpone it. Basically, it is an alert for us to be more confident, more motivated, more firm towards our decision, and we take it in a negative way and we just go leave it. And same thing, if you have to go for a movie on the 1st Jan, what do? Do you leave it? No. You think, no, I'll go for the first day for sure. And if it is Friday, nobody leaves it. Right? There we don't never take a second decision. We always go for the first. Yes, I have to go. So why for education? Why for something constructive? Why for something which really helps us? Because this is nature. This is what happens. So first thing is you should pat yourself. You should congratulate yourself that you have taken today the first step towards learning of Vedic mathematics. And I assure you that this is a life-changing process. It is not learning of mathematics, Vedic mathematics. No, it is overall development of you, right? So let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Yogesh Chandna, and I'm an internationally certified trainer for this Vedic mathematics. Also, I'm an author for books, a series of books, Vedic mathematics step by step. Now, what do you mean by step by step? See, do you remember when you started learning English? So first step you did is ABC. Then only you go to sentences or further. Same as with the Vedic mathematics. So go step by step. Whatever is the basics, that has to be understood first, right? Also, I'm an educator from last 25 years. I motivate and help people to learn and grow as an entrepreneur. So how many of you are looking towards making your career in a Vedic mathematics? Either it is a trainer, a teacher, a motivator, or just a learner. Yes, how many of you are looking towards to become a trainer or a teacher of Vedic mathematics? No one? Akash, me.
Me, sir.
Great. Yes. So
Yeah, me too.
Akash, first thing is you have to teach. After this workshop, after tomorrow, you have to reach out to the students and teach them. Then you can, how will you shut down your video? See, this will give you confidence. I'll tell you one thing.
Actually, I am facing network issue in my area, and
No
if I
issues.
turn the video on, the sound is voice is lagging.
Okay, right. Yes, Khimananda. Yeah. Khimananda, can we have a video on? Yes. Okay, what do you do, Khimananda? Okay, we'll have this later on. Very first thing, let me tell you, this is a workshop. It is not a webinar. So whatever question comes in your mind, you are free to ask. It is not that I'll speak and you will learn or you will just listen to me. No. Whatever would be coming in your mind, you can raise your hand or you can ask in between. But yes, only take care of it. If someone is asking, just wait for your turn. That's all. No rules, no more rules for this class. Correct? Okay. So that was about me. Who am I and what do I do? So this was the reason why I said, pat yourself. Congratulate yourself, because the first step is most difficult. You will proceed. That is not a thing. Once you are on the track, then nothing is going to stop you. See, sometimes we feel we have reached this age, or we are into work, or we are doing something. Is it the right time to start now? This is a very important question whenever we want to start anything new. A question arises, is it the right time? Should I start at this age? So please understand this. This is life. You can start at any time, any point of time. How many of you know about KFC? Yes, Indians know. I know. Nepal, I didn't see KFC.
We know.
KFC Burger House.
How many times he failed, and now see the position. So see, and at what age he started. A year back, you might be knowing the president of US. What was his age? The age where we generally think of retiring, the age where we think of resting ourselves. And that age, he was a president of the most powerful country of the world. So, my dear friends, any time you can start with your life. It is your life. The only thing is willingness. If you have that willingness, nobody is going to stop you. And that willingness, that confidence, that motivation will be given by this subject. You'll see that. Okay, so we have now Indians, most of the Indian people, they know that Bhagavad Gita. For people from Nepal, I'll tell you, Bhagavad Gita is our sacred book, and in that it is written that we should be confident and motivated all the time. It's a positive thought. The first lesson, the first adhyaya says we should be confident and motivated all the time. But what happens? Even in a day, in one day, we lose our confidence, we lose our motivation, and we start feeling, no, I cannot do it. Yes, it happens. It happens or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is not expected. See, what is expected from us? Be confident, be ready to face the challenges. The nature will support you, but you have to be motivated yourself also, right? Nature will always help you out. So don't worry. Now you are at the right time, right place. Don't think, yes, should I start or not? You will be able to start. And once you do this 2-day session, you'll feel a change in your life. The way of thinking would be changed, right? So it is not me, it is the subject that is so powerful, so important, you'll learn it. So let's start our journey with positivity, confidence, and this is the journey to learn something. Learn what? Learn about Vedic mathematics, learn about how to get that confidence, then launch your own academies. Anyone who is looking forward to launch, to start their own classes, they can start. I'm mentioning it very clearly. They can start after this 2 days workshop itself. Yes, any suggestions required, they can ask me in the last. So let's start with Vedic mathematics. So now, how many of you are aware of the term Vedic mathematics? Yes. Himananda, you have raised your hand. Anyone? Akash, Madan, Brigadier Chand, Kiran, Indrajit Sani, Rachna, Raja Babu, Sudha, Jyotsna.
Yes, sir. Actually, my son has done 2 days workshop with you.
Okay.
So that's why I know that this is a tricks actually, and means very easy tricks to do mathematics easily.
In simple language, you can say tricks, but when you are going to become a trainer, that word will not.
Yeah.
It is not a trick. See, that is the reason why we were deprived of this beautiful subject for so many years. Because few people, they used to say it is a bundle of tricks. So it is not a bundle of tricks, but yes, the concepts are
It's
there.
a concept of formulas.
Yes.
Concept of formulas.
Yes, it is a concept, right? And that makes your mathematics very easy and faster. So Vedic mathematics is somewhat that helps to solve your maths easily, right? Yes, Kimananda, anyone from Nepal? Umesh, Raja Babu, Subharjit, you had, I think you were there in that live seminar also. So there we could not discuss this much, but yes. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
first question, you want to say something? Yes, please. Yes, Rachna. You want to say something, Rachna?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, why is it called Vedic mathematics? So very first question, why Vedic mathematics? Why not normal mathematics? What is different? So the term Vedic means basically knowledge. And this Vedic mathematics is called so because of its origin. Origin means it has been taken out from our Vedas. How many of you know about Vedas? How many Vedas we have?
4.
Four ways.
4
Can you name
Vedas.
them?
4.
Yeah. Ajur Ved, Atharved,
Rig Veda, Atharva
Samved,
Veda.
and
Ajurved, Atharved,
Samved.
Roopved, Samved.
Great. So everybody has this basic knowledge. Very good. So we have 4 Vedas, and this particular subject has been derived from the 4th Veda, that is known as Atharveda. The Veda which deals with engineering, mathematics, sculpture, medicine, and all the other sciences which we are today aware of. Right? This is the reason, because of its origin, it is called as Vedic mathematics. Correct? But the credit goes to Jagadguru Swami Bharti Krishna Tirath. Now, he was a Shankaracharya at Govardhan Peeth. Now, Govardhan Peeth is in Jagannath Puri, which is in Orissa. So, he derived these concepts from Atharveda and he formulated together, and that book is named as Vedic Mathematics. Are you clear? So 2 points. One is Vedic mathematics is called so because of its origin, because it originated from Atharveda. And father of Vedic mathematics is Swami Bharti Krishna Tirath Ji Maharaj. Is it clear? Any questions on this? Again, I'm saying it is a workshop, so you all have to attend. Right? Okay.
No, sir.
Problem, sir.
Good. Now, today after the class, if you'll talk to somebody, yes, I did a workshop on Vedic mathematics. The first question they'll ask you, what is Vedic mathematics? They don't want to listen who is the father, who is the history. Because everyone today is in hurry. They want a short answer to it, everything. Right? So if you talk about definition, so Vedic mathematics is a collection of techniques, what like Sudha told, concepts, or you can say in maths we have formulas. Now in Vedic mathematics, we call those formulas as sutras, right? So it is a collection of techniques / formulas or sutras or concepts which makes our mathematics easy and faster. So a simple language, in simple language, what makes our maths easy and faster, that is known as Vedic mathematics. Done? Anything else? Anything? Any questions in this? Now,
no.
how many formulas we have? How many formulas or what we call sutras? So we have 16 sutras and 13 sub-sutras, means 16 formulas, what is called as sutras, and 13 sub-formulas, that is known as sub-sutras. So these 29 sutras and sub-sutras help us to solve problems in. Now, if you talk about, see how many problems we can solve. Arithmetic. Now, that includes all your addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, squares, square roots, cubes, cube roots, all these things. Then it can be used to solve algebra. The equations, yesterday I was taking a class. Algebra, what we have to do in 5-6 steps. Here it is simple with one sutra. That is known as Sunyam Samuchaya. Sunyam Samuchaya Sutra. And it becomes so easy. I'll give you some examples of that. Geometry, trigonometry, calculus, phonics, and even organic chemistry. So what not we cannot solve is we have to think. So anything and everything in mathematics we can solve. Right? Now the question arises, why should one learn Vedic mathematics? What is so important that we should learn Vedic mathematics? Yes, any one of you, Because definitely you might have seen on Google, Facebook, all the social media today, it is filled with the subject Vedic mathematics. So why, and there you might have seen some snippets, what it is exactly, or why should one learn? Yes, anyone?
Because
Why
it
should we
helps,
learn Vedic
it helps
mathematics?
to, because it makes the problem solving faster.
Good. Okay. Yes, anyone else? Subrandeep?
It makes mathematics easier and funny also, I think.
Not
Because
funny.
now
I won't say funny. Easier.
I-
Actually, will become funny. See, why we were not
If-
aware of
now
this method since long. You know, I'll just share you my experience. Once I had a class, one student of 6th class in Scotland, and after an hour class, he went back to his father and said, "What the hell we were learning from so many years?" And that is a very harsh reality. Whatever we will be learning today, they should have been introduced in our curriculum because it is not tough. What we'll be learning, it is just a matter of 2 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds to learn. And that is not included. It's not in Nepal, it's not in India, it was never anywhere. Now, yes, people are doing it. Yes, Josna?
Sir, actually, this is my departure time. So video will be available after this. Means I will take 20 minutes to reach home.
Yes, video would be there. That would be shared up in the late evening.
Yeah, yeah,
Sir.
sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Sir.
Subnadev.
now
Yes, please.
Sir,
because now
if we learn Vedic mathematics, we do not need we do not need calculator to solve the mathematics problem.
Yes, you observe that, and everybody will realize this today
It
and
helps the
tomorrow
person
also.
who are it helps the person who are scared of doing mathematics.
Yes, that is the challenge I give to everyone. If you have any child at your home who says, "I don't like even M of maths," within 15-20 minutes, he'll say, "Maths is the most interesting subject." See, and it is. Actually, what has happened, we have made maths tougher. Maths is just a game of some numbers. 9 numbers, 1 to 9 and 1 0. That means 10 numbers. You just have to play with those numbers. And one important thing I'll tell you, in Vedic mathematics, we don't need even 6, 7, 8, 9. We solve entire problem. We can. Okay. We can solve entire problems from 6 digits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, we don't need, and we convert them into 1, 2, 3. That's very important concept that is known as vinculum numbers and imaginary numbers, but that makes our calculation really easy and understanding. Okay, great. Okay, so there are several advantages due to which one should learn Vedic mathematics, or this subject is required, right? And that is the reason it has been added in our national education policy also. That's what I was mentioning. So the first advantage is it helps to solve mathematical problems 10 to 15 times faster. Can you believe this? That you can solve so faster, and that too within 10-15 minutes. See, whenever we have to understand or learn something new, we take at least days, 2 days, 3 days, 1 day. And I'm here saying you can calculate this much faster within 5 to 10 minutes. Can you believe this? Yes, Sudha? Kiran?
Yes.
No.
No. So remember this, you said no, and you would be realizing this within 10 minutes, how fast you are yourself. Now, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11. Now you're not able to calculate, but you would be the one to give the answer 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5. Right? So that is what would be magical. that feeling of joy, that feeling of achievement, that would be magical, right? Now, the question arises, yes, everyone knows, or everybody is aware. Yes, see, almost everyone here, they know that Vedic maths increases speed. That is why they are here to witness that feeling. Yes. But my
Yes, sir.
question is something different. My question is, why does it happen? Why does speed increases immediately? Like I said, within 10 to 15 minutes, your speed would be enhanced. So why does it happen? What are the scientific reasons behind it? See, today we are living in an internet era. We're living in a scientific era. And we cannot believe on whatever anybody says. Similarly is with you. If I said ki speed would be increased, your question should be why it gets increased. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So just think over it.
Yes.
Why does speed increases? Only specifically, why does that speed increases? Anyone?
No.
Okay, I'll give you 4 different reasons behind it. The scientific reasons. There are several more reasons, but the 4 major reasons are: very first, how do you write or how do you read? Just hold a paper or newspaper or a magazine. You read from left to right.
Yes.
And similarly,
Yes,
when
sir.
you write something, it is also left to right.
Yes.
Only few
Yes,
exemptions are there who are lefties. Leave that part right now. So that means everything, writing, learning, reading, you are doing from left to right. Now you're sitting in your, maybe you're sitting at your place, room, anywhere. If you just see in front of you, there might be a wall, a cupboard, or a building or something. You'll see the first instance, you'll be able to see or observe the objects placed on the left hand side and then towards the right hand side. See, this is how our brain works.
Because we are using our left brain. Right.
No, not only this reason is there. This is how we do everything, right? And what happens when we do mathematics? Then we go from right to left. And that is the reason why our speed gets slow. And in Vedic mathematics, you'll be seeing, you will be observing that you can calculate from left to right or right to left. And when you'll be calculating from left to right, you'll be much, much faster. This you will witness yourself. I'll leave this point to you only, but this is a reason behind it. Everything, whatever we do in our life, because we are habitual of that, left to right, and the only thing in maths, we go from right to left, and that is the reason why maths gets slower. We are not able to calculate mentally. But today I'll be giving you some concepts with the help of which you'll be able to calculate it mentally, right? Second reason now, now this is more associated with the female, the women entrepreneurs. Now what happens when your maid is absent? You are able to complete your household jobs in less time, or you take more time than your maid?
More time.
Okay. Why?
Because we are not habitual of doing that day.
Okay. And what I feel is you are able to do much faster because you're not dependent on someone today. When you're getting it something from others, you are totally dependent. Whatever we do ourselves, that is much faster because we know what we have to do. Just think over it. Now, similarly, in the Vedic mathematics, most of the calculations, it would be done mentally. You don't need a paper or pen. Even paper and pen are not required. And when you are using your brain only to solve the problems, you're not using any paper and pen. That means you'll be more faster because you don't have to write something. You don't have to waste that time on writing or doing something. Got my point?
Yes.
Third reason. Now this is related to visual ability. You know, if I give you a question, what is 576 into 121? What will you do? Yes, Sudha. My question is 576 multiplied by 121. What would be your first step? Himananda, everyone. This question is for everyone.
We will start doing calculations and
Yes, yeah,
multiplication.
perfect. You are don't be hesitated. This is the right approach. You'll write 576. Below that, you'll write 121 and you'll start calculating. Only you paid attention on multiplication. If it would have, I would have said addition, you would have put addition sign. Correct? Rest, you don't even look for it. I'll not give you answer for this till you'll realize. Now, that means we didn't use our brain. We just wrote down the things and we start calculating. Actually, in maths also, we are not using our full brain. Now, what will happen when you start doing with Vedic mathematics? You'll start visualizing. Visualizing means you'll try to visualize what that number is actually. Sorry. And after that visualization, there is always reasoning. What is behind that number? And then you'll apply a proper logic to it. So this particular question, you'll see, you'll not solve in that manner. You'll solve it in another manner. Why? Because now visual ability has enhanced, reasoning skills are there, and logics can be applied. People who have these three things in their life, they'll never come across any problem, any situation, because whenever you'll come across any situation in life, what will happen? You'll first try to visualize that problem. Then you'll try to find a reason behind that thing. And then you'll apply a proper logic to it. Right? So that is a reason why I said initially also, it is a life-changing process. It is not learning only mathematics. The way of your life, the way of leading a life, the way of thinking, that would be changed. And we'll all, whatever I'm saying in theoretical right now, we'll all understand and learn practically today. And even if you find any doubt about it, you are free to question at any point of time. Any doubt? Okay. Then fourth reason. Now, you rightly said we use left brain because
The text.
now
Written
we
form.
already know. Now what happens when we are doing calculations mentally? That means some part of our calculation we are keeping it in our intellect. That means both our left brain and right brain are working at that time. And who has left brain active? People who are more logically stronger. And people who are inclined towards art, they have their right brain active. And in this, both the brains, they get activated. And that is a reason when both the brains get activated, then your speed will definitely increase. And further, this is the major reason why concentration will also increase, right? Now, any doubts regarding why our speed gets increased? Any doubt, any question down? Now we'll start with the calculations. So before that, the last call, any doubt, any question you have regarding this? Rachna, Himananda, Kiran?
No, sir.
Inderjeet, Raja Babu?
No, sir.
Okay. So please take out your paper and pen, and whatever we learned up till now, we'll just try to find out whether we were correct or not, or we'll just try to taken. Have you taken out your
Yes,
paper and pen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Sir.
Now we'll start with
Yes,
the
sir.
first topic. Very simple topic will start, but that will give us number of results, and will be whatever we learned theoretically right now will be proving it. So the first topic is multiplication with 11 and its multiples. Please remember the topic I'll ask you. So the first topic is multiplication with 11 and its multiples. Written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now 11, great. So that should be the spirit. See, if you're not able to on video, no issues, but you'll be learning only if you're active, if you're answering, if you are attempting the questions. Otherwise, if you are only trying to learn through listening, maths will not come. Now, 11. When we talk about 11, it is such a beautiful number, such a magical number. 11 multiplied with any single digit number, it gives the same single digit number written twice. How magical it is. Into 3, it becomes 33.
33.
9, it becomes 99. 10 is very simple. Whenever you now multiply any number with 10, the number is same. The only thing is added 0 on the rightmost side. This we all know. Now the question starts after this. For 2-digit number, if I have to multiply any 2-digit number to 11, what would be the result?
264. 263. 253.
So what we have learned till now is 23, 11. We write 23. We do 23, 2, 5, 3. Correct? This is how we used to approach. Yes, Sudha, Himanandir.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
other?
Yes, sir.
Now, but now we'll be using mental concepts. We'll be using Vedic mathematics. So in Vedic mathematics, it's not attempting these 3 steps, 2-time multiplication and 1-time addition, not possible, because this will give us an extra. We need a space for rough work, and we need to go through all this stuff. Now here it is very simple. First digit as it is,
2.
last digit
Third
as
digit.
it is, and in between add these 2 digits, and we get the answer.
Mm.
So now just put some efforts on your brain. Try to visualize 23 into 11. So 2, 5.
53.
Got my point? Okay. Now to make it more, so that number should not mix when number is bigger, you can, if you are writing, then you can have a balancing line so that no 2 numbers can mix. Okay, so what is 34 into 11? 3,
374.
7.
374.
Very good. So how many seconds you took to learn? Only 2 seconds. Is it
Yes,
really
sir.
difficult? Is it really difficult?
No.
No,
Yes,
sir.
Ratna?
No, sir.
No.
See, I want to answer for everyone. If you're not able to speak, put it on the chat box. But the answer, all people have to give. All 11 have to, all 12 have to give. Right? I don't want crowd in my workshops, but I want the people who are there, they should end up the workshop with becoming a trainer itself. Yes, they will. Right. 44 into 11.
484.
Correct. 45 into 11.
495.
495.
54 into 5. Into 11, sorry.
594.
594.
594.
Now,
594.
who is faster? You or calculator? Just try to type on the calculator.
Me.
If you'll try to type on the calculator, that will take much more time. And that was what I discussed in Nepal also, because there it is a big problem. They have become, they have become so usable to the calculators, they don't want to leave. But our aim is, yes, they should use their minds. And once they'll start, they'll be the best brains. See, always remember, we made calculators, not calculators made us.
Made us.
And that is what I repeated there also number of times. Here also I'll repeat the same thing. And you know how much, okay, I'll give you some facts today, which I didn't share there. I'll share. Okay, 63 into 11.
693.
693.
Okay, now up till now, what we did, it was, we were not having a carryover. What do you mean by carryover? The two numbers, they were adding to a single digit only. Now see this example, 36 into 11. This is perfect because 3, 9, 6.
3.
But
6.
the moment it is 37, now what happens? 3, 10,
10,
407.
So what we have to
407.
understand now, learn the second important point of Vedic mathematics. And this is, if you understand this concept, entire Vedic mathematics work on this. That is known as place value concept. And everybody of us know this. We have done it. How many digits you can have at unit place? How many digits you can have at tens place? How many digits you can have at 100 place? Every place value you can have not more than one.
One.
Correct. Yes. If it is on the leftmost position, then it might have more numbers, more digits. Otherwise, it would be always one. So now unit place is correct. Can we have 2 digits at tens place? No. So the
yes,
extra
No.
digit will just remove. Will just move forward. That becomes 407. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. Any?
yes, sir.
Okay. So what is 39 into 11 then?
4
4
to 9.
9.
Slowly. No
4
issues.
to
4 to
9.
9.
4 to 9.
Very good. So who has not understood? Because it's not 12 people who are answering. So who is still to understand? Raja Babu, Rachna. Lekha. Okay. (48 into 11).
4 to 8, 5 to 8.
5 to 8. Yes.
So who again the same question? Who is faster?
528.
Who is faster? So all those who are
Me.
from Nepal, see, at least ask, start this from your children. Try to teach this concept only, and I promise they will not touch calculators for such multiplications later. And this, what will happen? Slowly and steadily, they'll get addicted to this mental calculation. Yes. Then they'll think my
Yes.
brain is faster. Why should I go take the calculator? And that feeling has to be created. 57 into 11.
6 to 7.
Perfect.
627.
Very good. 68 into 11.
7 for 8.
728. 748.
87 into 11.
957.
You have now overpassed the calculator, correct, Kimananda?
Yes, sir.
I think you don't need calculator for such small calculations now.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, what has happened? We even to calculate 2 plus 2, we generally open our mobile and start looking for the calculator. That should be stopped. That is not required. right? Okay.
Actually, actually, I'm a mathematics teacher also. So
Very good.
I was a bit faster earlier, but this technique has made me more faster.
Now I'll give you, see, after there's tables, and tomorrow what we'll be doing, scaling and cubing, that will make you, magic person. And I'll show you how math teachers, see, most of the teachers who are into mathematics, they need this most, because they can
Yes,
give
sir.
certain examples to their students. And I'll share you a story of a Nigerian math teacher. He's from Nigeria. He was teaching maths earlier. Now he's teaching concepts of Vedic maths along with maths, because they don't have in their curriculum. But what has happened, he has not got any salary increase, but the love of the support he's getting from the students, because definitely when you'll give something extra to your students, you'll get some respect, some love at least. Okay. So what is the largest two-digit number?
99.
So what is
9.
99 into 11?
1089.
1089.
1089.
Got it, everyone? Anyone has doubt can ask me. So from 11 to 99, any doubt?
No, sir.
No.
Very good. So let's move further. Today we'll be doing up till 5 digits minimum. Let's move to 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3. If this is to be multiplied by 11, again it is mentally, if you think 1 plus
1.
2, it becomes 3. 2 plus 3, it becomes 5. And 3 as it is, it becomes
1, 3.
one more example. First, I'll give you 2, 4, 5. So 2 as it is. Now the first pair is 2 plus 4.
2695.
6.
695.
5.
But yes, if it is 2, 4, 6, then you have to take care. It becomes 2 plus 6,
2,
then 10,
6,
then 5. So that means 2, 7,
7.
0, 5. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Please check with this. 2, 4, 9. What is the answer?
2, 6, 2, 7,
2739.
39.
2739.
739.
2739.
2739.
All are beating the calculators. This is just a start.
Nine.
369.
405.
3,
4059.
9.
4059.
405,
Got it?
40. Oh.
4059, yes.
4059, yes.
Bori-
567.
5237.
For all
5237.
yes, Sudha, are you getting Himananda? Okay, Himananda is
Yes,
on the top.
sir.
He is Subnadeep, Lekha, Raja Babu, Rachna, Kiran, Akash, Madan, Kanchan, Indrajit. Anyone has any question regarding this up till now?
So can you explain these examples again? 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So you have to ask me, not me. I have to ask me, na Akash. Okay.
Yes, yes,
For
yes.
3 digits, okay, let's. For 3 digits, like I'll give you more example.
13, 7, 7, 3, 2, 6.
For example, if it is 2, first is 4 and 4. Now, I told you first as it is, last as it is. What is the first pair you can have? 2 and 4,
2 plus.
Akash. And the second pair you can have 4 and 4 only.
8.
Yes.
Got it? Now, if this number is now 5, 6, 7. So what will you have? 5 as first, second, 5
7.
plus 6 is 11. Then 6 plus 7 is 13.
13.
And
13.
7. Up till
7.
here it is clear.
That is 6.
Now,
Yes.
you cannot have 2 digits at 10's place. So what you'll do, this 2 will move here. 7 as it
Then
is,
that-
3 as it is. 11 plus 1 is 12. Again, 2 will, you'll keep it. 1 you'll further move it.
6
That would
to 3.
6.
Sorry.
6, I think, not
6.
5.
Sorry.
Yes.
6 to
Yes,
3,
that's
7.
why I was
Oh.
confused that.
I don't know. Sorry.
Uh,
I am sorry. Then I didn't see. Okay. Now clear? Okay.
yes.
7,
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
5. Seven, 8, 5.
5, 3, 6, 8.
8.
8, 6, 3, 5.
8, 6, 3, 5.
3, 5.
Anyone who is not able to understand this? 7, 15, 13, 5. See, one thing, this balancing, why I called this as balancing line, because this will help you to have one single digit in every balancing area. So this is very important. You should understand this very easily. Entire Vedic math work on this. And there are certain concepts where only this balancing line helps you to solve the problems. 8, 9, 8. Yes, Kiran, any
9,
doubt?
8. 9, 8, 7, 8.
9, 8, 7, 8. 9, 8, 7, 8.
Nine, 8, 7, 8.
Correct? Okay. So now the largest 3-digit number now.
999.
999.
999.
To it. This is how you have to take so that every student gets hold of every number. I have given 10-15 questions on this, but you can have
10989.
10.
989.
10989.
Perfect. So any doubt from 11 to 999 now? We have covered all up till 3-digit numbers. Anyone has any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, we'll start with 4 digits. Again, first 1, 2, 3, 4 into 11 if I have to do. 1 as it is, 1 plus 2, it becomes 3. 2 plus 3, it becomes 5. 3 plus 4, it becomes 7. And
7, 4.
any doubt? Any question?
No.
No, sir.
2,
Last
3,
hang on.
4, 5. What is the answer?
2, 5,
5,
7, 9, 5.
2, 5. Sorry.
So how many of you are able to do this mentally? Yes, please write down. How many? I
2,
think
5, 7, 9,
students.
5.
Yes, sir.
2, 5, 7, 9, 5. Sir.
That means you are using, now you are
5,
mentally
7,
doing
9.
it. You are
Yes, sir.
able to visualize. If I say now you are able to visualize 2, 3, 4, 5 in your mind, and you are adding it separately. Correct? Good. 3, 6, 6, 3.
3, 9, 2,
9.
0, 4. 40293.
40293.
वही बात
Three.
नहीं, अभी एकदम सब कुछ नहीं होता ना. Any doubt up till here?
No, sir.
3, 6, 9, 6. Now
5, 6. Sorry.
4, 6, 6, 5, 6.
There you go. Six, 5, 6.
clear?
40656.
40656.
Chalo. So let's conclude. Okay, one question before that, then I'll conclude. 4 times 8.
Nine, 7, 7, 6, 8.
Yes, sir. 97768.
So last again the same one, the biggest 4-digit number, that is 4 times 9. Nine, 18.
109989.
10.
9989.
Yes, 9989. Correct. Anyone has doubt now? Up till 4-digit numbers.
No, sir.
No.
Okay.
Sir, I am having doubt because of I was not able to join during last 15 minutes, but after a while I will see the video and they'll.
No issues. You can ask if something is missing.
No, sir. Go ahead. I will see video.
Sure. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11.
This is 1, 3, 7, 9, 5.
Something is missing.
1, 3, 5, 7, 5.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5. Yes.
Good try. Good. I appreciate. I
Yeah,
got
135795.
So this was the question I asked initially, and that time you never thought of it. You'll be able to solve within seconds. I don't think you are taking more than 3 to 4 seconds even, right? And if you go for the other method, you'll take another 2 minutes to solve it. Yes, this was what I asked earlier. Now you have seen your speed.
Yes, sir.
Great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Solve it.
2, 5, 257.
257961.
25791.
257,961.
And now most important is when you don't have carryovers, then you are able to calculate it mentally. The only problem arises when you have
Carry forward.
carry forward.
Carry.
Now I'll give you one hint. See, whenever there is a carryover, what is the carryover? Only one.
S1
So keep
2.
that in your mind. Okay, whenever there is a carryover, it would be not more than one, because maximum would be 9 plus 9. That is, you'll be having, so keep on adding. So this is now when you'll be using both the brain. This is very important exercise, mental exercise, when we learn multiplication with 2. I might laugh at you when you start with this topic, multiplication with 2, but this is a brain exercise. Why? Where you'll be using 2 things at the same time. One brain would be calculating and another would be thinking what is coming next. Very good, very best exercise is this. And that makes you faster and faster. Right? Okay, let's be on the topic. 3, 4, 7, 8, 5.
3 7. No, sir. 3 7.
Three eight two two five.
6.
Calculate.
38225. A by 12.
No, I said calculate.
Sir, 3822.
382635.
382625.
Now, at this stage, I should not give you the answer, because 3, 7, 11,
382635.
13, 5. So this will remain as it is. 8, 2, 6, 3, 5.
Oh.
कोई बात नहीं, आ जाएगा धीरे, अभी 10 मिनट ही तो है. 4, 6, 7, 8.
5, 1, 3, 12, 3, 3, 5, 1, 3, 3.
Yes, Madan, are you getting?
513458. 513458.
Madan, I'm not
Hello.
heard even a single. Yes, are you getting?
Yes.
513458.
Right. So what is the biggest 5-digit number?
Sir,
5 times 9.
5 times 9.
9.
So please find the same.
Nine, 8, 9. Sir, 109989.
109989.
Any doubts?
10,999,899.
Perfect. Now, any doubts in multiplication of 11 up till 5-digit numbers?
No, sir.
No, sir.
See, I'm again asking because you'll have a test now. So be
Yes, sir.
clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. First thing is, what was the topic?
Multiplication by
Multiplication
11.
of 11 with multiple of 11.
Number.
Multiplication
With multiple of 11s.
we have not done with multiple of 11. Just now we did only 11. So where did we multiply? Where did we multiply? When did we multiply?
We didn't.
Yes, Kimananda, you are a math teacher. Now, when you teach a class 2 or 3rd student, the first day when you teach, 3 into 2 is 6. Now, first time when you they learn multiplication, they don't understand what is this sign all about. So that it is 3 written 2 times. Right? That means multiplication is addition. But here we did not do the
Addition.
repetitive addition also. Did we? The first question was 23 into 11. So did we write 23 11 times?
No, sir.
No.
So that story is also gone. So no repetitive addition also. What we did exactly was we added corresponding digits. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Did we
Yes.
ever thought earlier that just by adding the corresponding digits, our calculations can be done? That is why I call this subject as magical. But you never thought of it. And was it really tough? Yes, anyone
sir.
who says tough,
No, sir.
if you can learn the same thing within 15-20 minutes, that cannot be tough enough. So this was the first observation. Second thing, what did you observe while calculating? Yes, anyone? What important thing you observed?
We did it faster.
We did it from right to left. The main thing.
So we did it from left to right.
Left to right, yes.
So this is the first time everybody was able to do from left to right. Now let's have a test again. The question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11. Try it from left to right and try it from right to left. Which is faster for you?
So left to right.
Why?
Left to right.
Because that you can do it mentally. Because in our mind, we'll flow in this way, left to right. But right to left, we will utter, will take time. So that
Yes, sir.
means I was correct in the beginning that left to right is much faster. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts before the test? Okay, so let's have a test now. One, 4, 1 into 22. What is the answer?
262.
What happened?
282. Sorry.
It's sorry.
5. 1, 5, 5.
Multiply by 11 and then double the number.
20.
262. Sorry.
2102.
Then, so that means you,
3102.
so only one was attending the class.
2102.
3102.
3102, yes.
Yes.
3102.
See,
161.
here you have to observe. What did you observe? What did you visualize? This is 22. What is 22? See, a teacher, now you all are teachers, let's assume. Will you give something which you never taught to the students? So how can I
No.
give you a question which I didn't taught you? But yes, I taught you about 11.
So first of all, 282 multiplied by 11, no, this question.
So this is, so now this is mentally,
Two.
now, or you can also do
11 into 2.
And carry over the
of you tried with this first, or how many of you tried with second, or how many of you did not understand? Yes, Sudha.
Understood.
No, let me
I
ask
do
everyone.
not understood, sir.
It's not understood. Sudha, first or second?
Yes,
I do
sir.
not, sir. I do not understood.
Second one.
Second one. Any particular reason about it?
First of all, we have multiplied it with 11 and then by 2.
Okay.
But I
Yes.
think easier is first one.
So I multiplied it by 2 first, 282 and then by 11.
Why? Why, Kiran and Kimananda? Why?
It's because we have learned multiplication with 11.
Multiple of
So
11.
So that is what Sudha is saying.
Multiplying it by 11 is more easy
So that is what Sudha
because
is
we
saying.
know it how to.
Subnadeep, you were not able to understand.
Yes, sir.
That means you were not observing at the numbers. See, now, from now, this is a lesson for you. Observe the numbers. Lekha. First or
So
second?
first I do not understand. Then now I understand, sir.
So which method? हिंदी में बोल लो अगर प्रॉब्लम आता है यहाँ भी. Yes, Lekha. Lekha, are you there or not? Raja Babu.
Second one is more easier than first because in second you just have to multiply easily by 11 and then just double the number.
Okay.
multiply 11 first.
Okay. Inderjeet. Jyotsna. Okay, Jyotsna was Raja Babu. I don't understand. See, if you are attending a workshop and you're not answering, that means you're not attending. You're wasting your time. Chala. See, for particular this question, all this is also correct, this is also correct. But just now, Akash, you said this is, and you emphasize that first find with 11 and then double. Perfect. You are correct here. Just let me make certain changes. If this number was 141 into 99, then what would you have done? Was it easy to multiply 1551 into 9? But yes,
Yes,
here-
so we have to do it by 1551 into 10 minus 1. Then 1551 0 minus
that
1.
is, see, you are increasing the steps. Try to understand one thing. Whenever you have multiple of 11, always first multiply with the other number other than 11. Why? Here, that was a very simple question. You have to multiply with 2 digits. Right? Now, when it is, or with 2, sorry. 141 into 9 is easy, or 1551 into 9 is easy?
141 into 9 is
141
easy.
into 9 is easy.
Because, see, try to understand. With 11, your multiplication is already so easy. So whatever big number you have, you can easily multiply with 11. But if big number is there, you cannot multiply with 9 also. Though I'll tell you that also concept. Don't worry. But This is to be preferred. This way, this should be this is the right approach. This is correct. I won't say this is wrong, but this is the right approach. Got it? Anyone has a doubt on this? So please ask me.
No, sir.
So second question you have for you. 576 into 121. Please solve.
Six, 9, 6, 9, 696.
So how did you do?
Multiplied by 11, 6. Multiplied by 11 two times.
Okay. Yes, Sudha.
Yes.
Kiran.
Yes. Multiply by 11 two times.
And the same question I asked you 15-20 minutes earlier. That time you were just saying 576 and then writing 121. Correct or not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So that means that time you were doing 576, then with 2 you were multiplying, and now your approach has changed. You have done like this: 6, 3, 3, 6 into 11, and then 6, 9, 6, 9, 6. Yes or no? I
Yes,
didn't
sir.
ask you to do like this. Your way of thinking changed. Your approach changed. Now you visualize this number. Yes, what is this? 11 into 11. You find a reason. Yes, it is 11 multiplication we can do. And then you applied that. So what has happened? Visualization. Reasoning skills. Your reasoning has been enhanced. And logics. I told you this thing. See, if your way of thinking has changed in 1 hour or half an hour, so if you'll practice with this subject, if you learn this subject, how much changes will come into your life, you can think now. Any doubt? Yes, Sudha, are you able to do it? Subradeep, Sani?
Yes, sir.
And this was the question you asked. I asked you earlier. At that time, you were writing 576 into 121 this way. Correct? Anyone has a doubt now? Any questions you have now?
No.
No, sir.
Yes, Raja Babu. Lekha, I think you are not there. So
Everything is clear, sir.
very good. See, I think you told me you are a trainer, you are a motivator. So how do you feel when nobody turns on the camera and nobody responds to you back? How do you feel?
I feel
Laughing?
bad.
Huh? I don't mind because I am habitual of it, but I feel you should have some ethics for that. I don't mind.
Yogesh sir, namaskar.
Namaskar, it's okay. See, why I'm asking, this is mathematics. I cannot teach you verbally. You will learn only if you will practice. And if you're not practicing, okay, what will happen? You will lose something, not me.
True, sir.
So see,
It's wonderful.
okay, good. Now, so up till now, this is what you'll find number of places 1 to 1, and you'll say, sir, it is only visible with 1, 1, 1, double 1. That's why it is just a trick. No. See, now you understood it is not with 11 only. It is with all multiples of 11, very first thing. So let it be 121, let it be 132. Now we'll have a bigger view. Multiplication with triple 1. See, what we did, we started with 23. Then and here it was 11. Then what we did, we made it up till 5 digits. Any number could be there, but we never touched this. That means we don't know how to do if this number changes. Now we'll learn that. So first question is 123 into 111. How will it be there? Yes, tell me. Anyone who can think over it? Any idea?
Multiply by 11 and again multiply by 100.
Wow. So 111 is 1100. How is
Oh,
it?
sorry.
How it is?
Sir, multiply by 11 into 1.
Wow, 11 into 1 is 11 into 1 is 11.
Oh, sorry.
Another try. Okay, now I'll tell you.
So I think multiplying by 11 and then adding 0 over there and at last adding the same number.
इतना कष्ट नहीं करना, फिर वैदिक मैथ्स किस काम का?
Sir, 11 multiply by 11 into 11.
11 into 11
Not
is 21.
121.
I am saying
11
121.
into 11 is 121.
Okay. Right, I'll give you this. You can take screenshot so that you'll never forget. So here it was. Now this is where you all failed, because nobody asked me why we are making pairs.
3.
And I promise you one thing: you take a class of class 3rd, 4th, 5th, they'll trouble you the most, and I'll be happy that time. You didn't ask me questions, now you have to answer it. So I'll advise you clear all your doubts. Now see, here it was.
So I think I got the idea, sir.
You got it. Now let me
I
show
think
you this.
now this time we have to form the triplet.
Perfect. So last time, since there was 11, 2 1, so we were making pairs, but
Yes.
pairs also of corresponding digits, not jumping. I never made a pair of 1 and 3. I was always making a pair of corresponding digits. So first was 1,
Yeah.
then 1 and 2, then 2 and 3, then 3. This was the pattern, or you can write like this: 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, and 3. Perfect. Here it would be 1, then 1 plus 2
Plus 3.
Now I can, since we have 3 ones, so it was 1 3 5 3. Here I will have 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now I have reached the maximum. What happens when I reach the maximum? I start reducing. 2 plus 3 and last 3. So it will be 1
6,
3
3.
6 5.
6, 3. 6, 5. Right, 5.
So this 5 has been added extra. See, it is not there. Are you getting? So this was the major point nobody asked. Why we are, who asked us to make pairs? Why did we started making pairs? Why not triplet that time? Why not four combination of 4? The reason was we were having 2 ones. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let me give you one more example. 2 3 4. 2 as it is, and 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 4 is 9,
9,
7.
7, 4.
7 4.
4.
Now see, we are not multiplying with 11, we are multiplying with 111. That too works.
1.
7 6 4. Again 7 13 17 10.
17, 10, 4. That means 4, 0, 8, 4, 8, 8, 4, 8, 8, 0, 4.
84808.
Got it? Anyone has any doubt now?
No.
Okay, then solve. 576 into triple one. Everyone, Kiran, Raja Babu, everyone, please.
21, 36, that means 9, 6, 3, 2, 7, 9. 9, 7, 2, 3, 6. Is it?
Yes, everyone.
97236.
97236.
Okay.
So in this case, carryover of 2 is possible, isn't it, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
But that, see, now what will happen? You'll start understanding this thing. Na? In that first case, you started with one learning. But if this question is coming, now it's, yes, I agree. This is not possible mentally every time. That needs practice. Now, Shakuntala Devi, I told earlier also, she used to do 13 digit multiplication together. So that's to reach that stage, you need time. We have done only 1 hour study, right? Okay, the same question, 999 into 111.
9, 18, 27, 18, 9. That means 9, 8, 8, 0. And
Akash, you have to say something?
110,
11089.
Yes, everybody is able to do it.
Yes, sir. 110889.
Let's have
110889.
Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4 into 111.
1, 2, 6, that is 9, 7, 4, 6, 1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 4. Is it?
How can be 2?
1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 4.
Oh, it can be 2.
No. Yes, or 3, 3, 3. 1, 3, 6, 7. Oh, 7. Sorry.
Arey, pehle hi dekho na, 1 plus 2 would be 3. So you cannot have that. Up till here, everybody is clear? Up till here,
Yes, sir.
everybody is clear? Now, see here, what happens? Earlier, you were having only 3 digits. Now,
3 digit,
see,
right?
we have to move towards the right only. So if I move towards right, leaving the first, I'll have again 3 digits. So 2, 3, and 4, they'll become 9. And then 3 and 4, 7, and then 4. Got it now?
7, 4. Yes, I mistake.
So it was not having any carryover.
No.
2, 4, 6 into 111.
2, 6, 12, 8, and 14, 10, 4, 4, 0, 5, 3, 7, 2, 7, 3, 5, 0, 4.
271504.
Check again.
2,
271504.
273.
3504.
Correct. This is the answer. 273504. Yes, Kiran.
04.
Amandeep,
Yes.
you are not doing anything now. What happened? Akash, Sudha, Himananda.
Yes, sir. Doing, but it needs practice for me.
Asimat, no issues. But is it tough? My question is very simple. Is it tough?
No, it's not tough. It needs practice.
See, practice definitely you have to need a small, but I'm trying to I'll give you more and more questions so that you get the idea. See, you can ask your query.
Mm.
Whatever doubts are coming in your mind, that you can ask. But definitely we cannot solve each and every question. Though I'm trying to we'll solve 200 plus questions today. Okay, 11 is now clear to you, Sudha.
Yes, sir.
Then see if 11 is clear, this will also go. Okay. Second thing,
So,
I'll be
excuse me,
sharing
sir.
you notes. Okay, one important instruction. Please save my number because I will be sending now messages through broadcast. So I'm telling right now, please save my number. If you don't have my number, I'll send because it's very difficult to send number differently. I don't make groups so that don't be your number is secured. I'll share by broadcast. So my number I'm writing down. Please add my number. Save my number. Please. घर की. So please save my number so that I can send you homework. I'll be sharing you the homework today. Then you'll be receiving the notes. Right? And thereafter, you can do the homework and respond back. Okay. So we have covered 4. Now a simple question. One more first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into triple 1. Now what we'll do? Kiran, there is a lot of background noise from your side. Please mute yourself. Yes, Rachna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into triple 1. Kiran, Jyotsna, Indrajit, Sahani. Still, if you have any questions in your mind after the workshop also, every Tuesday, every Thursday, I have a session known as Ask Me Now. It is absolutely free, half an hour, 9 p.m. Indian time. So I think it is 9:15 at your time or 8:45. So you can join that also. You can ask me any questions. My WhatsApp number I've shared with you. Anytime you find any difficulty in Vedic mathematics, I'm there to solve your problem. Right.
So, excuse me, I have a doubt, sir, over here.
Please.
So, here we have 5 digits, isn't it, sir? So, in this case, for example, the first one is 1, it's okay. And after that, 1 plus 2, 3. Okay, after that, what to do? 2 plus 3 or 1 plus 2 plus 3?
Why 2 plus 3? Here we have 3 ones. So how can we have 2 plus 3? It would be 1 plus 2 plus 3. How can you shift before making a triplet?
Oh, so it means first of all, we should take single and then 2 and then 3.
That is our compulsion.
Again 2.
That is our compulsion to reach. See, I'll give you both examples now again. If it was double 1, so I was doing 1, then 3, then that was the maximum. See, we have reached the maximum limit. Then we shifted 5, then we shifted 7, then we shifted 9, then we shifted 5. But here I have not reached the maximum limit. That is triplet. So first I found 6.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then
so I was thinking like we have to finish the pairing first and then triplet.
The pairing
That
is
was
gone. See, pairing or non or triplet depends on this number. So pairing is not required here. That is our compulsion to reach to the triplet. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So this is 9. Then last 3, 4, 5. So that is 7 plus 5, 12. Now you are at the last triplet, last pair. Now after this 4 and 5, 9 and 5. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Great. Yes, anyone else?
1, 3.
There are two
6.
options. One, we understood everything, and the second option is we didn't get anything.
1, 3. After that 3. Again. Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, sir. A little bit difficult, but got it now.
Not difficult. See, okay. Then you apply the normal method. What will you have? 3
Yes,
times
a bit,
multiplication,
no,
then addition.
actually, a bit difficult to get habituated. So we will get habituated.
Yes. See, but overall, if you compare with the conventional mathematics, then it is easy. Now, see, whatever
Yes,
is
sir.
your age, try to understand
No
one
doubt.
point. One simple thing is, whatever is our age, minus 5 years, because at the standard, at the class of 1, 5 years, we learn maths. We start learning maths. So we have been doing that since when we were 5 years old. So immediately, if I want to change anything, that's not practical. But yes,
Yes.
everybody of you did with 11 very good. And the next topic which is coming, that you'll be learning within seconds. So for some topics, if you have to invest 1 day or 2 days, I don't think that is too much, right?
Yes.
My
sir.
only request would be download the notes and submit the homework. If you'll do the homework, I challenge you will get everything. But if you'll ignore the homework, I won't see. You'll be definitely participating in tomorrow's workshop also, but then you will not be able to understand more. Correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now,
So tomorrow I won't be able to take your class, sir, because I have my classes.
okay, we'll see.
So I will get your video, isn't it, sir?
Yes, your video you'll be getting. Okay,
Okay,
now,
sir.
if it is 12 into 111, then what you'll do? Yes, anyone? Sudha,
132.
Jyotsna, Raja Babu, Kiran.
Because there is no.
I'm not getting anything, sir. I will see your video, then I will do practice.
1, 3, 3, 2.
How did you do?
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
See, now here it is a 2-digit number. Can we not make it 3-digit?
3-digit.
Now is it
0.
3-digit?
Yes.
So why didn't you think that way? So first is 0, second is 0
Yes,
plus
yes.
1 is 1, third is 0
1.
plus 1 plus 2 is 3, then 1 plus 2 is 3.
Yes, sir, yes.
3,
Missed
2.
that concept.
See, try to understand. This is known as balancing only, na. Now we can multiply this with 3-digit only. So let's make it 3-digit.
With 0, right?
Nobody will stop you from adding 0 on this side. Do this.
9, 18, 27, 9, 18, 27, 27, that is 9, 7, 9, 9, 7, 9, 0,
27.
1, 1, 0, 9, 9, 7, 9. 9, 7, 9,
8,
9, 9, 9. Carry 2 means 10. Carry 1 is
11098889.
88.
11098889. Is it?
11099979.
No, 7 won't come. Let me tell you. So 9, 8, 27.
11098889.
So first these three, then again this. So 27 again, 27 again last. Then
Again
18,
27.
then 9. So what will happen?
Oh, 2 digit, right?
Oh, I missed one.
11099889.
8, 8, 9, right?
Got it?
Got it.
Yes, sir.
We missed
Okay.
last 2 digit.
No issue. See, I won't say do
Mm.
this mentally. 11, I asked you mentally, but for I can understand. We cannot do it mentally immediately. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 into 4 times 1. See, now just make up your mind how to do.
1,
Everything would be done. 1,
2,
3. Then all 3,
3,
6. Now it is 4, 1.
6,
So you can add all together.
4, 2, 7, 10. This one is 3. Sorry, 7, 8, 9, 9.
1370974.
Great. If you are able to understand the concept, then congratulations. That is what was required. Any doubt now? See, now whatever comes to you, 4 ones or 5 ones, you know the concept. Yes, it has to be done this way, right?
Yes.
Yes.
One question more, and then we will just reverse of it. 4, 3, 2, 1 into 4 times 1.
3, 1, 3, 4 times 1. 4, 7, 5, 9, 4, 3, 7, 10, 6, 3, 1, 1, 3, 6, 0, 0, 8, 4, 4, 8, 0, 0, 6, 3, 1.
Yes, others? So 4, 7, 9, 10, 10, 6,
10, 6, 3, 1.
1. So 4, this will 1
4,
here, 8, 0,
8,
0,
0,
6,
0,
3,
6,
1.
3, 1.
But see, okay, mentally doing is something different, but practically it's more easy becoming from left hand side to right, because we write this way only now. So calculating this way becomes really tough. Any doubt now?
No.
All got exhausted? That
Yes,
should
sir.
not be there. I should be exhausted. I'm speaking. But you can see, I always say, if you have questions, I have the solution. So doesn't mind that the workshop was 2 hours. We generally take it for 3 hours, 3 hours, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. It all depends on you. If you have questions, I'm there. Okay. Great, Indrajit. Five ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2,
2, 7,
9,
3, 2.
12, 5, sorry, 0, 0, 2, 9, 12, 14, 15 again. Again 14. That is 10, 12, 6, 2, 0, 5, 5, 2, 0, 3022 55262.
So what was the first
Is
step?
it?
303662.
We had 2. We had 0 in front of 2.
Very good, because we have to make this also 5 digit.
5 digits.
First is
Yes.
0, then 2, then 9, then
2,
12,
9,
then
14. 14.
then
again 14,
we have
Again
to
14.
choose. So 14, then
14,
Now 12.
12,
then
6.
5.
yes. How many?
Sorry, 5, 5, 5,
5.
5, 5, 2.
2. Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So see how important is this balancing line. So any doubts now? We did with 11, we did with 111, we did with 4 times 1, we did with 5 times 1. Now you just have to complete the homework, then you'll be understanding everything, right? And definitely you can watch
Yes.
video again. I'll be sharing you the video after 2-3 hours, because after this the video will take around 2 hours to download, and then I'll be sharing you. But please save my number so that I can share you videos. Okay. So coming, let's go back. So this was where we started. Multiplication. Are you able to see the screen now, blue? Black screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, left hand side. So
Yes,
if
sir.
2-digit number, left hand side digit, add the digits, right side digit. This is what we did, right? So if you want to have water or something, you can have a 1-minute break. Or if you're ready, we'll continue. Yes,
Ready,
you
sir.
want? Not required. Good. Now, coming to the second advantage, why Vedic mathematics? Why should we learn Vedic mathematics? So first reason was speed increases, and we cross-checked it.
To save our time.
Are you satisfied that speed gets increased?
Yes.
How many of you feel that yes, your speed increased?
Yes.
I think.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sumandeep, Khimanda, Jochna, Rachna, Indrajit, Raja Babu.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Now, here, the second advantage. You know what is the fear factor of any child? When does a child start learning cramming?
Mugging up the tables.
Mugging up the tables. That is the first instant. And you know, after teaching them, after training them to mug up something, we ask them, don't cram your books. Try to understand, try to learn. So who is at fault? We taught them to mug up, we taught them to cram, and now we are telling them, don't mug up anything. Just learn everything. Try to use your brain. A child gets confused. And this is the first time when a fear of mathematics starts. When a child is asked to stand up in the class and mug up the tables. Not easy. Okay, a question for everyone. How many of you can write a table of 89?
So first write table of 8 and then 9 and add them.
How much time you need for that?
1 minute.
Okay. Yes, Akash. Raja Babu. How much time you need to write a table of 89? Sudha.
At least 10 minutes, 15 minutes for me.
Rachna, Indrajit.
Yes, it will take time.
That's fine. When you are saying it will take time, why do you expect your kids to smug up immediately and tell you? Don't you ask your kids? Or if you are a teacher, don't you ask the children in the class?
Yeah.
Then how do you expect them?
We do.
So that's wrong now. When
Yes.
we cannot do something, why do we expect from our kids or our children? So yes, our methodology was not correct. We taught them how to mug up the tables. And today we'll remove that fear factor. When a child is going to a preschool, he's very happy, he or she is very happy. They go every day because they learn with excitement, they learn with rhymes. But the moment the regular school starts, math starts, they start having a fear. And this fear is so terrible, you won't believe. I was never a trainer, I was never an author. If you see my profile, I am a businessman having chain of preschools. I am a evaluation commissioner of an international body whose job is only to inspect. But what made me a trainer?
6, 8, 8 is 64,
Now,
8, 9 is
what is this fear such that it leads to suicide cases in the country? I had a discussion in Nepal also. Same, they said yes. They agreed to. I had a press conference there also. They agreed yes. Every time, whenever the results release of 10th class and 12th class, there are suicide cases, and that too of the kids, of the children. And which is a subject? Mathematics. Is it really tough? Just think over it. Is the subject really tough which can take a life of a child?
No.
Can we do something regarding that? Can we help even a single child to save their life? And that was the reason why I entered into this field. That is the reason when I started writing books on Vedic mathematics. So yes, and COVID was one of the reason I could sit. Otherwise, I travel a lot. But yes, so can we help? See, every one of us earning, it's good. One should earn. But at the same time, can we help somebody to at least save their life? And that subject is Vedic mathematics. Because it will make the mathematics very interesting. The child will get back to the mathematics or their own subjects. And at least we can save someone's some interest. If you have any child who says, I don't like even M of maths, bring it to me. Within 15 minutes, I'll change it. I challenge that way. So you should also have that confidence in you. And see the feeling, see the joy, see the confidence in you after that. Once you will change a life of one person. Yes, Raja Babu? Motivator means to motivate. What is motivation?
Yes, sir.
It is to bring a change in someone's life.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
We can bring one change. That's more than sufficient. So
Exactly.
our aim should be this. See, money everybody is earning. Everybody is for money only. But at the same time, try to do something positive. So this factor, these tables are the biggest nightmare, because I do talk to teachers every day. And teachers from the rural background, they used to tell me, yes, it was a nightmare at their time also. They had to stand on the tables that time. They used to get scoldings, cane, because at that time cane and scolding was allowed. Still, they were finding it difficult to remember the tables. Because yes, we gave them mug up the tables. And then we, in the other topic, we say, you should understand the things, don't mug up the things. So this, why we say Vedic maths reduces the burden, because here you don't have to cram the tables. You don't need to learn the tables. Only what is required, you should know tables up till 9. And I'll give you one more method to just remember the tables up till 8. So if you don't have to remember all the tables just up till 8, will it solve your purpose? Will it reduce your burden or not? No? Kisi ka burden nahi kam hoga? I
Yes,
expected something, yes or
Okay.
Yes,
no?
sir, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
so
sir.
the answer to 89, you all would be able to do that question within 10 seconds. So all of those who said 10 minutes, 5 minutes, more minutes, just keep it with you. Keep your stopwatch ready. You will be writing. I will not give you 89 myself. You will be writing yourself, and you'll see you'll be able to write within 10 seconds. So 10 minutes compared to 10 seconds is 600 plus times. So that would be your speed. So let's go back. Take out your paper and pen again. Now, so tables we'll be learning by two different concepts. Two different things are in tables. I divide the tables into two parts. First, of all the numbers ending with 9. So what are the numbers ending with 9? Yes, Kiran?
19.
Yes, 9 also. 9,
9, 19,
29,
29,
39,
39,
59,
49, 99,
79, 89, and so on.
anything. 1009 also. Anything. The only
Yes.
condition is 9 should be at the unit place. That's all. Whatever is the number, that doesn't matter. And second concept we'll be learning to write the tables of any 2, 3, 4, 5, any digit numbers. We'll learn two different methods today. Okay. Okay. If you want to write down, you can write, but otherwise, again, you'll be getting the notes. Can you draw this? Please do.
Yes.
So it is more like a criss-cross table where you write, where you play criss and cross. So when you have to take a class of students, don't say draw this. You have to show them that game. So when you'll be getting a video, just log into that YouTube channel. You'll have a workshop of kids also. Just go through that section, because when you are teaching the kids, very first thing, they are not coming with their interest. Their parents have forced them to attend the workshop. This is the first hardcore truth. So you have to make them, you have to make the person understand who don't want to understand. So you need to create that atmosphere for them, right? So you have to play games kind of thing with them. Okay, second step, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is, you have to start from the leftmost corner, rightmost corner,
Yes.
come to the middle and go towards the left. Right? Done up till here?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Now, so first table, let's consider 19 as the first number. So again, complete this 19. Now, here we'll be using the first sutra of Vedic mathematics, that is known as Eka D Ekadhikena, Ekadhikena Purvena. You'll get in notes. Don't worry. Let me explain you the meaning. Ekadhikena Purvena means one more to the previous. Now this is a translation. If you talk about mathematical meaning, that means add 1 to the previous number. Now, how to apply it? Whatever number is before 9, whatever. Now here it is 1. If this question was 29, then the number was 2. If it is 39, the number is 3. If it is 109, then the number is 10. So So whatever is the number, add 1 to it. 1 plus 1 becomes
2.
correct. If it was 29, then 3 was the addition, 4, 11. Now this 2 has to be added to this 1 and correspondingly. So 1 plus 2 is
3.
3 plus 2,
5.
5 plus 2,
7,
7.
7 plus 2,
9,
9.
9 plus 2,
11.
11.
11 plus 2,
13.
13 plus 2, 15, 15 plus 2, 17, and just to check, that's 19. So this should match.
Oh.
What is this? What is this? See, while coming down, we came.
Multiple of 19.
So it is a table of 19. And we
19.
did not do 19 plus 19, 38, then multiple carry over 57. We just did it in a funny way. Any doubt, anything you feel if this is not clear, you can ask me now. Please.
So what is the meaning of ekadina? So what is written there, sir?
Ekadikena purvena means one more than the previous. It is a Sanskrit sutra. In the Sanskrit language, sutra is ekadikena, one extra, one more. Right? Now, let's have another example. Suppose, okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just have to remember this way you'll go down, up, and coming down would be opposite. Let's say 39 I have to write. So what is 3 plus 1 now? 4. Yes?
4. So
So
3
3
plus
plus 4 is 7. 7 plus
7
4,
plus 4,
11. 11 plus 4,
11 plus 4,
15.
15.
15 plus 4, 19. 23, 27, 31, 35, 39. How many seconds it took? Yes, Kiran? Sudha? How many seconds it took? Hardly 5 to 10 seconds.
Hardly 5, 6.
Yes, 5.
And we see the toughness. If you have to remember the table, you do this way. 39 plus 39, 78. And then carry over multiple times. Carry over.
Again.
Again carry over. Every time carry over. And that silly mistakes are the biggest problem. And here see no carry over. Only thing. So if somebody asks you what is the minimum eligibility to learn Vedic mathematics, because now what I feel today you have taken the first step towards becoming a trainer, and everybody would ask the trainer, sir, can I join? What is the minimum eligibility? So the minimum eligibility is you should understand, you should have thorough knowledge of single digit addition. Is it tough? Second, you should know tables up till 8 or 9. So this is the minimum condition. Got it? Anyone has doubt in this?
Sir, one more time, please. Sir, please, one more time. Again, this. How the 7 came, that I am in doubt.
3 plus 4. देखिए ये 3 था. We added 1, 2, 3. So that is 4. So 4 every time I have to add.
Fine, sir.
Yes, if it is clear, please do 29. Everyone, try the table of 29. Then I'll show you further.
1, 2.
Table of sir?
29,
6,
2, 9.
9, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20,
Yes, sir.
23.
Finished.
You see how easily you are able to do? Is it tough?
No,
Himananda?
sir. No, sir.
So then why didn't you teach this method?
Because I didn't know, sir.
What's your age?
Because
Sorry, I'm
I
asking.
learned in the traditional way.
Sorry, I'm asking your age. What's your age approximately?
It's 36, sir.
So that means 31 years you have been following the old method. Approximately in class 5, at the age of 5, we learn tables, start learning. Or 30 years.
Yes, sir.
And now after 30
Yeah.
years, you learned a method. That's why I shared you the story of Scotland person, my student. He said, what the hell we were learning? And this happened exactly to me when I wrote the books. I was going through the textbooks and all. I said, what the hell we did? I'm a doctorate now in computer science. I'm in regular BTech, MTech, MBA, child psychology, but when I started writing books on Vedic maths, I said, we don't know anything. See, I don't know calculations. I don't know anything actually. Because you cannot survive without money calculations. You cannot survive. And for that, maths is important. Okay, so 29 everybody has done.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One thing simple, I'll do more. Let's say 79. So 7 plus 1 would be 8. Correct? So this
8.
time we'll be
8.
adding 8 everywhere. Yes, Jyotsna, please see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now 8 is to be added everywhere. So what is 7 plus 8? Jyotsna. Jyotsna, 7 plus 8 क्या होता है?
15, sir.
15 plus 8.
23.
23.
23 plus 8.
31.
31 plus 8.
39.
39 plus again 8.
47.
47 plus 8.
37.
47. 53. Sorry, 55. 55.
55 plus 8.
63.
Then
63.
71. 90.
so now you can write the table of 89. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
Sudha,
Yes,
now
sir.
take a stopwatch
Yes, sir.
and write. And just let me know, is it 10 minutes or is it 10 seconds? You should let me know this now.
89, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Because that was the question I asked you.
Yes, sir. Finished.
How much time you took?
Less than 1 minute.
And what was your time expectation before?
Maybe 4-5 minutes.
So at least you have increased your speed 5 times.
Yes, sir.
So that is what or not?
Yes, sir.
And that is without practice. So if you'll practice, then it would be at least 10 times, 20 times.
Yes, sir.
Good. Very good. Yes, Raja Babu.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it what
It's
speed
really
increase
great
is worth or not?
It's really great. Great.
That is what I told you. I don't want business people. I want trainers. I want teachers. See, money, I told you, if you see my profile, I am having 1200 plus schools. I'm running 1200 centers across the country. So I need good people who have that interest in the subject. Okay. So any doubt now? I'll just discuss with one 3-digit number also. What number should, okay, let's take 129 first. So now 12 is the number before, so I'll add 13. So what is 12 plus 13?
13. 25.
Yes, 25. 25 plus 13?
38.
38 plus 13? What happened?
51.
51.
1 plus 13, 64. 64 plus
64.
13, 77. 77 plus 13, 90. 90 plus
90.
13, 103. Then 116. Then 129.
9.
So it's not only 2-digit numbers. Any big number can also be done. The only condition is it should end with 9. Any doubt now? Yes, Himananda? You're writing something. So any doubt? Josna, is it clear? Now this was a new topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Akash,
Clear, sir, clear. Understand. Building more interest in learning.
what do you do, Akash? पढ़ते हो अभी?
Actually, I have done my BPharm from Mumbai University, and because of some body issue, walking issue, I have shifted here in UP, and currently I am working as a subject matter expert in Flipkart. But my interest was in teaching. I have been teaching after my BPharm 2 years, and because of COVID, I had to shut down my classes and got shifted here in Uttar Pradesh, Varanasi. And was searching for teaching field, but didn't got any of them. So I gave interview in many of the firms, but got selected unfortunately in Flipkart. So I thought that whatever I'm getting currently to for my best, so
yeah, that's good.
I have joined in
That's
Flipkart.
good.
But yes, I'm thinking of switching off my career again in teaching online.
Now there is a great opportunity for you. See, Vedic maths,
Yes.
when it would be implemented in India, what will happen? Every school, how many schools do you have in one village? Just think over it. One village has
Yes,
3 to
yes.
4 schools, one city has 100 plus schools, one town has 1000 plus schools. So where will those
Yes.
students go? They'll have to learn this subject from outsiders only. So you have
Yes,
to make
yes.
yourself, but for that you need to have that confidence, build up that, right? Any doubt you
yes.
have anytime, you can call me up, you can ask me up, right? Okay.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
Okay, so any doubt left in this?
No.
No, sir. No.
So let's move to the second part.
No,
That
sir.
is writing any table. Okay, now one same question. If I ask you now to write a table of 87, how much time you need?
Again, it will take time until or unless you will not tell us the trick.
Okay, I'll give you the concept for all now. We'll finish the work. Why should every time we ask the same question? So let's finish it up now. Okay, let's start with a very small number, 18. Now, how do we do? 18 plus 18, 36. Still here I remember because one carryover. Then again adding 86. So for it's again carryover 4, 54. Okay. Then again so every time I get carryovers, correct? So how difficult it is for students also? and it gets boring. Now see the interesting part. Let's say this is unit place, this is tens place. Just assume this much and write the table separately. Table of 1 is, everyone know the table of 1?
3, 4, 5, 6,
Who don't know
7.
table of 1?
Everyone knows.
So please write down.
2, 3, 5, 6.
Now I ask you, see my point. I asked you to remember tables of till 8. So you should know 8 also. 24, 32, 40, 48, 54. Then yes,
Hmm? It is a so 56, yeah, now 64, 72.
so I was just checking who are
80.
all sleeping and who are all active. Okay. So
So-
any doubt we can write. Now see the things. At unit place you have 1 digit, tens place you have 1 digit, write as it is. Nothing to worry. Here again at unit place, can you have 2 digits? So what we learned in 11?
So taking that one to back next place. Carry over.
4, 5. So what we are doing earlier, we were adding 18 every time. Now what we added 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 5 plus 4, which is easy. Adding 18 every time or adding 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2.
3 plus 2, 1, 2 plus 1.
So yes,
Adding 2 digit is easy.
Plus 1, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 5, 5 plus 6.
yes, Kimananda. Now this concept, is it tough? Again, this was not taught in your schools.
No, sir.
And it is not in any book. Any book you check, you don't find this methodology. Why so? Is it really tough?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why don't we?
No, sir.
Why don't we have this? If it is not tough, why we are not teaching it? See what will happen. They don't need to cram. They will never make silly mistakes of this carryovers. Okay, one more example. Okay, 9 only we can take example. See, we can write that way also, but here, if you want, I want to write by this way. Okay. I'm just doing up till 5 digits. Rest you can complete. Again, this is as it is. This 8 as it is, and then 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 as it is,
7.
and 9 plus 2 is 11. 6
11.
as it is, 12 plus 3 is 15. 5 as it is, 15 plus 4 is 19. See, without any silly mistakes. So what are silly mistakes? When you take multiple carryovers, that becomes a silly. Is it tough now? So how many of you are teachers who are teaching maths in the schools?
So yeah, I'm sir.
Okay, one. Yes,
Me
Ada?
too. Me too.
Kiran, yes. Kiran, you are mathematics teacher.
Yes, I am student as well as teacher, sir.
Great.
I am studying MA mathematics on mathematics.
MSc maths.
What, sir?
MSc maths you are studying. Masters.
MA, Masters in Education, and I choose mathematics.
Okay. That's great. But now tell me, did you learn this simple things in maths?
Housewife.
See what happens. We learn the big things, but what will come every time? Calculations. I'll give you one more big example. What happens when a child is not doing good in maths na, at 10th class, we change the subject. This happens in India. I'm not very much sure about your Nepal. And what happens, they take either arts or commerce. And the parents who are well-to-do, big families, they go for medical, so that the child has not to study maths. What happens? Arts, BA. Now, if that child has to go into a good college of MBA, he cannot go. Why? Because he is so much fear of maths that he will never give a entrance exam. And every entrance exam has always maths paper. Similarly, when we talk about medical, now medical, they'll go for physics, chemistry, bio. To talk to people, see, one thing is some choose medical because they like medical, they don't want to become an engineer, or they don't want to go for non-medical. And there are certain category who just went to medical because they were not ready to accept maths. They were not able to understand maths. So what happens with them, they are not able to score good in physics and chemistry also. Why? Because theory part they are able to do, but when it comes to numericals, they take more time. So most of the time they are not able to complete their paper of numerical part. And this is, I had a discussion with so many so many scholars, so many trainers, teachers of chemistry and physics. They say this is a problem. If I am taking one batch and there are medical and non-medical students, there is always a difference. One who knows maths, they'll be able to do very easily chemistry or physics, numericals, and other one becomes slow. So maths is such a thing which you cannot avoid, you cannot resist. Actually, maths is in nature. See, what is maths? It's basically patterns. If you see a beehive, even that has patterns. Everything in life has patterns. Right. Okay. One more. I asked 87. Now you can write 87 yourself, or you want me to write?
No, we will try.
Yes, sir, we will write.
Please. Up till 5 levels you can write, so that you know the concept. That's all.
I'm not getting about 8.
What is the table of 8? 16, 24,
Okay.
32,
We have to write
40. Correct?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
14, 21, 28, 35. Correct? Now, 87 as it is. Here, 4 at the last. What will go here? 1. So 16 plus 1 is?
17.
That's all. See, if you had some other digit here, then this 1 will also shift. I'll show you that also. 24 plus 2, 26. 32 plus 4, 34. 40 plus 3, 43. So what is the problem? Yes, what is the doubt? Josna, you are lacking in confidence. First, say I can do it. Say in the
Yeah,
morning
sir.
10 times I can do it. You will be able to do everything.
Yes, sir.
Be confident, nothing to worry. Everything is easy. Any questions now? Okay. Yes, Sudha, have you done? Akash, Sudha, Rachna, Raja Babu, Indrajit, Kiran, Shivananda.
No, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Clear,
what
sir,
will,
clear. Everything is clear.
Very good. Yes, Akash, क्या बोल रहे हैं आप?
my question was, how much time or month we will take to we master in this subject, Vedic Mathematics, 6 months or 8 months or 1 year or 5 months?
See, you cannot be master in anything. If you are,
No, not master, just to
I'll
teach.
tell you the difference. I'll tell you the difference, Akash. Try to understand that difference.
Yes.
Earlier,
Sure.
a teacher used to teach in 4 walls. Correct?
Yes.
एक क्लासरूम होता था, वहां टीचर पढ़ाती थी. Whatever teacher used to speak, बच्चा वो सुनता था, समझता था और मानता था. क्योंकि बच्चा उसको कंपेयर नहीं कर सकता था. Try to understand. He could not compare. इसीलिए पीटीएम पे जब पेरेंट्स जाते थे ना, if teacher used to say your child is not working or not studying, but पेरेंट्स वहीं पे थप्पड़ लगा देते थे बच्चों को. It used to happen. Now I'm making it a bit. What I am trying to make you understand now, teaching is not
Yes,
in
sir.
4 walls. It is in globe. If I am teaching today, I'm taking a class. You are from India,
It's
somebody is from Nepal,
worldwide. Yes.
worldwide. And second thing, they are not restricted to attend my class only. All videos are available on YouTube, on Facebook, on Google, free of cost.
Yes.
So why will they
We have to make one guru.
that's not, I'm not discussing about that point. So now 2 things depend. It depends on 2 things. One is content and one is delivery.
Yes.
If I don't have the content, will it work? And
No.
if I don't know how to teach, will it work?
No.
So both the things are required. Now, what example I was giving, now it is globally. So now if a teacher is teaching something, that teacher is also required to understand the topic thoroughly a day before. Because a child can ask any question because he is also having the same Google on his mobile.
Yes.
Everything you can check. If I speak something wrong, you can immediately check in on the Google. So one has to have this. These 2 things are very important. Tomorrow we'll understand the advantage, the point at this point, content and delivery. Right now, to become a master, see, I make trainers. That is a 65 hours course. I'll share you tomorrow, not today. Right.
Okay.
So, but again, content I can give you, but how do you present it in further? That will depend on you.
Yes.
Correct? So that will, if I talk about India, I'm training 10,000 plus government school teachers of Haryana. If you see my page, I'm the official person to teach them. Right. Then I'm teaching all SSRVM school teachers. SSRVM is Shri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir. So 88 schools are there. I'm taking their classes. Now, but that is the point. Everything would depend on these 2 things. Right. But this we'll discuss.
Yes, sir.
So one batch I'm starting next Monday. I'll do. Now, it's not 2 digits only. Yes, Josna. Let's say a 3-digit number, 2, 3, 4. So what will happen? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8, 12, 16, 20. First, as it is, Second as it is. Third. Now you have 2 digits as unit place. 1. Now this goes here. What does this become? 10. So that means 0 here. 1 further goes and that becomes 7. 6, 3, 9, 0, 7, and 11. So, but see, the calculations have been reduced. If I have to add this again and again, I'll always. Now, even this need not to be added. It is in front of you. Just rearranging, just putting it back. Is it clear?
This is same formula for all 3-digit numbers, sir.
You tell me any 2-3 digit number you have. Any.
4, 5, 6.
6 to the 12, 6 to the 18, 5 to the 10, 5 to the 15, 8, 12. So 456 as it is, 2 as it is, 10 plus 1 becomes 11, so 1. 8 plus 1 becomes 9.
1.
Done?
5, 6.
Yes,
5,
Jyotsna, is it
6,
clear now?
13.
Yes, sir.
I told you, come see B. Yes, anyone has any doubt now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, let's come back. So this was the second advantage. The burden of tables has been reduced and you need not to remember the tables. But there are more advantages. So this we learned, we have done. These all notes you'll be getting, don't worry.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, in pre-primary, the from second table of second will start. First table of first and table of second is start in pre-primary. Then means up to 8 tables we have to mug him up. Means students.
अब इतना तो करना ही पड़ेगा मैम, इतना भी नहीं करना क्योंकि ये तो पहले ही बोला है ना.
Yeah, I'm asking regarding the
has
students.
not been taught to you from 30 years, you're learning now. And that is the reason why we say minimum 8 years, 3rd class. Why?
Yeah.
This is the reason they should know. But what happened, you know, one school in Bangalore, they approached me, they said, no, we want to start right from class 1. And you can see the video when they started, when I started the video class, kids were learning, doing tables up till 4, 5 or 9. And after the class, after 1 hour class, they said 99, sorry. So they were able to do tables up till 99, a class 1 student. See, don't underestimate children. It is what we have, what we teach them, they'll understand, they'll learn. So only thing is right atmosphere and right approach is required. Now, when we teach them in preschool, we teach them with poems, rhymes, and what happens? We all, because that is more interesting. So that interest has to be generated. That is required. Right? Now, important question, important part. What is the third advantage? First advantage we learned, it increases our speed. Second, it reduces the burden of learning tables, cramming tables. And the third, it reduces scratch work. Now, what is scratch work? Rough work. When you were calculating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11 or something, were you doing any rough work? Yes, Jyotsna, Akash, rough work की जरूरत पड़ रही थी?
No, sir.
So it reduces your scratch work as well as finger counting. Now, finger counting, we don't like it. You might have seen some kids, they are doing on fingers. How do they get this habit? One thing is they learn from their classmates, and second, it is the major thing. This is finger counting is taught in abacus. Now, since I believe you are becoming trainers, so you should know what is the difference between Vedic mathematics and abacus, right? How many of you know it? What is abacus? So this is how it looks like.
Calculation on beads.
Yes. Yes, anyone else? Khimananda, Kiran, Jyotsna?
Yes, the calculation on beads. And
In abacus, if the instrument is not with the child, he is unable to do it so. But in Vedic mathematics, he can do it in mind.
Very good. So you have read you read it or you
Yes.
knew it earlier?
No, I have.
The
I
using
have,
of right brain, using of
I have
right
read
brain
it
is
on
taught.
your Quora comment you have posted on your Quora's
Okay, you are following
ID.
Quora. How
Yes,
many
yes.
of you know Quora? See, Quora is a place, okay, we'll discuss tomorrow this topic. Quora is a place where you find answers to all your questions. It is a bank question.
Right.
And if you check, I'm the most viewed writer in the world for Vedic mathematics. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir. Sure.
Now, what is better? Vedic mathematics or abacus? See, both are having their advantages. I will not say abacus is not good. No, I will not say. But yes, when we
Vedic
have
math
to,
is Indian origin, and that abacus is Japanese technique.
no, it is the Chinese one. But let's not point
Okay.
out that way. Now, I'll talk about scope, limited scope. Now, if you take abacus, abacus is used to carry out the major operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If somebody is from abacus side, ask them to calculate square roots, squares, cube roots, flat. But in Vedic mathematics, with the help of these 29 sutras and sub-sutras, we can do all. So our scope is very wide. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is one small thing in Vedic maths. It's far off. Now, for example, algebra, that becomes very easy in Vedic mathematics, but it is not possible in your abacus. Second thing, it takes much time to talk to students. They take around 2 years classes. Why? Because the person feeds them. Yes, your right brain would be activated. And after 2 years, parents says, "Abhi tak to kuch hua nahi, fir kya karenge?" Because double pressure is always there. You're studying something in the class and something you're studying at the evening classes. But Vedic maths is nothing different. See, it is not a different subject. Very first thing, understand this. It is whatever maths you are doing, it is just making that maths easy. So it is a complement to that. Right? Second thing, use of tool. Now, abacus makes a use of tool which is made of beads. And now, can you carry that tool every time? If you're going to a classroom or if you're going to an examination hall, can you carry a tool? Is the tool allowed? No. But you'll always carry your brain with you. So this is a mental mathematics, mental procedure. So, and very important, it is now today, if I was holding some abacus in my hand like this, were you able to understand it easily? No. So Vedic maths is easy to understand, easy to learn, as well as teach. Any doubts now up till here? Any questions you have?
No, sir.
बोर तो नहीं हो गए?
No, sir.
कहेंगे सर 2 घंटे बोले थे,
No.
सर ने 3 घंटे लगा दिए.
no, sir.
Okay. So now another advantage, fourth advantage, it helps to increase concentration. Concentration क्या होता है? What is concentration? Concentration तब होती है when you have something, you find something interesting and you repeat that action number of times. You repeat that thing. Now, when you were doing calculation of 11, were you not feeling something positive vibes going inside your body? Something joyous? एक अजीब सा खुशी लग रही थी, इतना easy है ये. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
So just think of the kids.
Definitely.
Just think of the kids. How much happier they'll feel. The tables which they were always getting scolding for the tables, now they find, oh, this was this much. And I used to get scolding every time. So whenever we are doing Vedic mathematics, we find positive vibes. What happens to feel joyous, positive from inside? And that makes you attempt that thing again and again. And when you will be attempting one thing again and again, and with a positive attitude, with a great speed, left brain, right brain active, more visual ability, reasoning skills, and enhanced logics, what will happen? That will lead to more of concentration. Concentration किसी medicine या किसी tonic से नहीं आता. Concentration will come only if you enjoy doing something. Why don't kids need concentration? Why don't parents complain? They all always complain, my child is sitting doing the things but not able to concentrate. They never say he is not able to concentrate in games. Because games, they like it, they find interesting. They are not questioned about the games. Here everybody is out after them. Have you done this homework? Have you learned this thing? And the pressure is they didn't understand also. We have a classrooms of 40 people, 60 students, and the intentions are now to pull up them to tuition centers also. So there are so many things related to this, and that is why concentration. So we have to make education interesting, and that will lead to the concentration level. Sorry. Fifth advantage, it reduces silly mistakes. What do you think are the silly mistakes in mathematics? First, we just saw writing a table of 89, every time we used to get a carryover. Writing a table of 87, every point we get carryover. And when we did by this method, there was no carryover, or very limited carryover, only single carryover. Yes or no? Are you getting this? Are you understanding
Yes,
this?
sir.
So that means
Yes, sir.
silly mistakes are nothing but because of if you multiply three numbers, three digits, you'll see first time with first multiplication carryover comes, and then with the second also comes, and student always makes mistakes. So there are no multiple carryovers. One thing more, another thing which irritates kids, that is borrowing. When you do subtraction, if you ask a child what is 1000 minus 63, they get confused. Why? Because 0, how will you subtract 3 from 0? They start borrowing. That is known as borrowing. And I'll tell you one thing, one very important thing. We don't have a system of borrow in Vedic maths. Can you believe this? Subtraction without borrow. It works on one slogan, one rhyme, one poem, that is known as all from 9 and last from 10. That means the last digit, the digit at the unit place, that is to be subtracted from 10. All the other digits are to be subtracted from 9. And that makes the things happen. So no borrow and limited carryovers. So when these two things are there, there is less chances of silly mistakes. Okay, now do you think there are any disadvantages? Yes, Rachna, Sudha, Jyotsna, Akash, Raja Babu,
I
Khivananda,
don't think
Kiran.
so.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
think there will be any disadvantage if there is
No, sir.
any.
कैलकुलेटर्स वालों की दुकानें बंद हो जाएंगी. मैंने उस दिन नेपाल में भी ये चेक किया कि वो सभी बच्चे पहले कैलकुलेटर का गुणगान कर रहे थे, और when after the class they said yes, we don't need it. So humor. So you will not like calculators anymore. This is the first disadvantage. तो आपके घर जितने calculator पड़े हैं वो waste हो जाएंगे. Second thing, people will start feeling jealous of you because your speed would be enhanced. Today, ask this question to everyone. Do you know what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11? And then answer it 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5. See the face expressions. See the jealousy will come. They'll ask you, how can you do it? Got my point? Got my point. So these are the two only disadvantages you talk about. So coming to the last point, now any questions you have, any doubts, any point you want me to explain again? Yes, Raja Babu? Yes, Akash? Joshna?
No, sir, everything is.
Okay.
No, sir.
So tomorrow, so now you believe that Vedic mathematics makes mathematics magical?
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
was the
sir.
first thing I started with. Welcome to the magic world of Vedic mathematics. And I told you, yes, it is magical. Why magical? Because we have never experienced this thing before. So what is magic? Magic is always what gives you excitement, what gives you inner peace, inner soothing, something like. Okay. Let's go through some situations in life now. Now, this is an interview situation like Akash, you might have experienced. Now, what is happening is your mark sheet only your letter of appointment, or other things are required. See, now academic qualifications are required. I do agree for that. But is that sufficient to get a job? That is an entry level for any interview, but it is not the final authority for the job purpose. What you need skills for presentation. Now, presentation could be anything. For a class teacher, it is for a teacher job, it is how to present yourself or your subject in the class. So if you are not able to take a class, will you get the job of a teacher now? I'm talking about a good school. No, because they will first thing they'll be asking you is how will you deliver a class? And the first step you missed, everyone. All those who want to gain this knowledge, they have to open up their videos. What happens, I'll tell you. When you are not opening up your videos, you are engaged with 2 other jobs. Somebody is calling you and listening to them. Somebody is doing something, you're watching that. So half of the things you're not able to put 100% in the thing. If whatever you do in your life, put 100% and then see the results. Right. So for a teacher job also, you need your presentation skills. Similarly, if you are into a meeting, if you're into a job, in an official job, now you might be 100% perfect in your work, everything, taking no leaves, not at all. But what happens if at the time of meeting, you are not able to do that presentation job? If you're not able to deliver what you have, what your company is doing, not possible, right? So what we all are today, after this globalization, after this, at least Corona, everybody is global. Yes, we are getting global students, but at the same time, we are getting global competition also. So earlier, our job was before in the 4 walls or in a street or in a city, but now we are getting to, if we are looking. So we all have become salesperson. Today, if I am talking to you, I am selling something. I am selling my knowledge, my education, my everything. You go to a pizza store, he'll be dealing, he'll tell you about the pizza, the quality, the different types. He's also selling something. You go to any branded, any store kind of thing, what they'll be guiding you, laptop, anything. So everyone, you receive a call early in the morning from so many bank or an insurance company. What is that? They're selling their products. Every one of us are salesperson. And so when we all are the same, we have to be different. And what does it depends on the content and the delivery. So for Vedic mathematics, I'll give you the content. Everything is available. Every book, everything is available. But the second thing you have to focus on, that is delivery. So more you'll be teaching, you'll get more knowledge. Try this example today. Talk to kids at your home or in your street. Teach them this method of 9 tables and see the happiness. But at the same time, your confidence will increase. Right? And then you'll learn more. So this content and delivery is the major factor today. So now coming to the homework, you have 2 things to do. One thing is, all of us have a Facebook account, I know, because that is the reason how you can approach us. You should have a page also. Now, why this page is, the page is a business identity. So you when you have a profile, there is an option known as create. Down that is a page. So you can have an official page for yourself. For example, if I have Vedic mathematics classes, anything can be done, because tomorrow we'll be learning how to launch this. And all those who don't have Instagram, they can have Instagram also. These are the 2 important media today to generate income, to advertise for yourself, and free of cost also. And yes, there are paid versions also, but you can do free of cost also. And homework I'll be sharing in your WhatsApp. So please do that homework. Right, so these 2 things you have to complete. One is homework and one is creating a Facebook page and an Instagram page. Any doubts now? Any questions now? So that brings us to the end of today's session. Any doubts, any questions you have, please let me know.
No, sir.
So how we can get video of this one? This
After 2 hours, we'll share.
WhatsApp?
I told you initially only. I'll share you after 2 on what I'll share on the WhatsApp. I'll share the link.
Tomorrow I will I'm unable to take this class.
No
so
issues. You can talk to me tonight. We'll discuss. Not tonight.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Anytime you'll get to, free, we'll talk. You can talk on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Right? Sure.
Okay.
So bye-bye, and we'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Same time.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Okay.
Great.